Hello, I have got a basic bolster video for you. So basic ways that you can use your bolster at home and basically make the most out of your bolster. So I've set myself up here for a supported back bend. I want you to place the top of your bolster on a block on its middle setting. Okay, and that's all. From here, we are going to sit at the base of the bolster. Knees are going to be hip distance apart, shoulders dropping down, and really snuggle your tailbone right up against the base of the bolster. Shoulders are decompressing down the back body, drawing the belly in, gazes forward. Smooth inhale. As you exhale, we're going to use the bolster to stabilize us as we lower slowly down on to the bolster itself, pushing down the whole time with the four corners of the feet, drawing the belly in, mula bandha engaged, and then just having a little wriggle from side to side. You might need to adjust the tailbone a little, let the shoulders feel even, and then maybe dropping the arms out to the side with a roll of the palms up to the ceiling, or you might prefer to place your hands, one on the belly, one around the heart space. Now it's important that the neck, and the chin aren't under any strain. So simply allow the chin to drop to the collarbone, and then we're here resting in a supported back bend. Now it's up to you. You could stay here for as long as you like, but because I want to show you through different sequences, I'm going to move on, quite quickly. But just to say, if you like, you can extend the legs one at a time, so the legs could be straight here, or those of you that want to work a little deeper into the hips and groin space, Baddha Konasana is a nice option, or you could create more of a diamond shape if you prefer, with the legs. So maybe have a play at home and see what feels good. But notice how the bolster, how the spine is really sinking into the bolster, helping to support this heart opener, this back bend, this rib cage opener. I'm going to ease out slowly, so wherever your legs are, bend the knees, feet hip distance apart. Inhale as you are. Exhale, gently roll off the bolster. Hands, arms can support. And then just resting in more of a fetal position on the ground. From here, take your time, but you are going to roll your bolster off to one side, Try not to hit yourself with the bolster, and move the block to one side as well. So you're free to lie back onto the back of your body. Let me just move my bolster away slightly so you can see me. I'm setting up for Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. Feet are going to be in line, ankles, in line with the knees, and resting the arms down by the side of the body. Now, most of you are familiar with this pose. If you aren't, please check out some of my other videos so you can become more familiar. Shoulders are going to anchor down, arms resting by the side of the body, belly draws in. I'm going to inhale here, and I'm going to exhale. Pushing down with the palms as I inhale, scooping my tailbone up. Naturally, the glutes will tone and the hip creases will lift. Now I'm going to stay here. I'm going to keep breathing, so let the breath be smooth. You need to use your hands to help edge your bolster underneath you, underneath you. Preparing to sit back down on the bolster. Inhale, lift yourself a little higher. Exhale, sit yourself down on the bolster. Sit yourself down. Feet are still hip distance apart, and let the arms rest down, by the ends of the bolster. So the arms are a little wider here. Drop down shoulders. Take one leg up. Just extend one leg, maybe rotate the ankle in one way, change direction. And then lower, switch sides. The whole time, keep an engagement, so keep an engagement around the belly. Sucking the navel in. As you are, inhale, exhale, drop the leg down. Now just make sure that you're sat comfortably on your bolster. As if we can, we're going to extend both legs up. Anchor through the upper arms and the forearms. Drop the scapula down and then see how it feels to take one leg and then the other leg up. So both legs are up. Maybe a little pointing, maybe a little flexing of the feet. Maybe you need to adjust a little more onto the bolster. Okay, now it's fine, you could bend your knees as much as you need to, okay, but just allowing here gravity to work its magic on the blood flow, trickling down to the heart, to the lungs in a supported inversion. This is a really nice, this is a really nice pose for the end of the day. It can help with your sleep, it can help relieve tired legs, great for blood circulation. Okay, come to stillness, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the feet down, push down with the arms, the shoulders, breathe in. Breathe out, preparing to lift back to Setu Bandhasana. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, move your bolster, slide it out to one side, and then lower yourself down. Okay, from this space, please take your time to lie prone on your belly, so you're going to lie flat on your front. Now we are going to come to a supported Sphinx pose. I'm just going to army crawl my way forwards. From here, okay, we're going to take the bolster widthways on your mat, and you will need to lift, okay, the chest, the collarbone, nice and open, as you slide the bolster in towards the front of the rib cage, bending the elbows, forearms are parallel, pushing down firmly with the fingers, with the thumbs, legs are hip distance apart. Some of you might like to bend the knees, you could take a little bit of a windscreen wiper with the legs. But here, okay, again, the bolster is supporting you in a back bend here, to the mid to upper spine. Good, drop shoulders. You could look forwards, or you could just roll your neck, half moon from side to side. Make sure you're breathing. Relax the thighs, relax the knees. Okay, again, we're not going to stay here for long, but just remember that this is a really nice back bend. One more inhale. As you exhale, slide your hands back, gazes down, tuck your toes into your mat, so the gaze is down, breathe in, exhale, easing yourself up to all fours, toes are tucked under. Okay, from this space, slide your bolster back towards the front of the thighs, okay? Now from here, arms are going to be in all fours foundation, keep the toes tucked under. Good, gaze is down. As you inhale, tilt forwards with the pubic bone and the pelvis. You will roll the thighs onto the bolster. Pick up the toes. The knees will hover. Good, from here, tuck the toes back in. Exhale, sit back, extended child's pose. And you can just sweep the bolster back towards the thighs again. From here, inhale, striking forwards. Let the thighs rest on the bolster, pick up the knees, point the toes back. Exhale, tuck toes, sit yourself back. Extended child's pose. Let's go for one more. Inhale, strike forwards. Let the thighs trust the support of the bolster. Good, gazes forwards. Exhale, tuck the toes, sit yourself back. Okay, from here, let's meet in all fours. Untuck the toes, so the toes are flat on the mat. Take your bolster lengthways, bring your bolster in between the knees, and then sit yourself back for child's pose. Let the arms draw back. I'm just going to edge forwards ever so slightly. Let the arms draw back, and if you can, resting here, the right ear on your bolster, so you're gazing to the left, so a slight turn of the neck. Let the torso relax, let the thighs relax. And then if you like, just a couple of breaths on the other side so you can turn the left ear to rest on the bolster. Okay, from here, take your time, bring yourself back to neutral and peel yourself up. Let's just take some counter poses for our back bends that we've been looking at. Now here, please have a block or maybe two blocks nearby. Okay, as we're going to come to some forward folding. You might need to build a little bit more on height. Now, we're going to take the legs wide. Okay, so we're going to take the legs nice and wide. And then we're going to sit our bolster inside the legs, tucking in, okay, so tucking in towards the torso. Feet are flexed. Of course, if the hamstrings are tight, you can bend the knees if you need to. Okay, draw the belly in, drop those shoulders. Let's build a wall with our blocks at the top of our bolster, preparing to rest the forehead and brow space. Let the shoulders decompress. Let's take the arms up high. Keep looking forwards, breathe in, smile. Exhale, hinging forwards. Keep drawing the belly in, hinging forwards like you want to hug someone, and then let the forehead melt onto the blocks. Drop the arms, drop the arms. Let the shoulders relax. Feel the abdomen resisting the bolster in front of you. And just to say, you might need to build your wall a little higher or change the height of the block so that you can rest the forehead. It's fine to have a slight angle as well, okay, on the blocks. Staying here, again, we're just going to hold for one more round of breath. But those of you at home, you might want to hold or come back to this for longer. Ooh. And watch out that your blocks don't slide from the forehead, okay? From here, let's stay one more round of breath. Drawing your belly in. With control, grounding, anchoring through the legs. Hug the muscles to the bones in the leg as you inhale. In the legs, sorry. Lift up, lift up, lift up, lift up, look up. Exhale, float the arms down. Tuck the hands underneath the knees. Let's bend one leg and then the other. If you found that a little strong for your hip joints, just to show you briefly, you can, of course, come to a forward fold, but bring the legs together. So you zip the legs into the midline and then just place the bolster on the legs. Okay, nice option. And then again, blocks to the front of the bolster. You can sit tall, maybe even take the arms up. Then as you exhale, hinging forwards. You might need to slide your blocks forward a little and then just resting. So that's a different variation for a forward fold. Okay. Take your time, ease out wherever you are, shake it off, have a little shake of the shoulders. Okay, and then from here, just to show you Vastasana, okay? Vastasana. Ooh. So from here, diamond, variation of hero pose. We're going to come to all fours, okay? So we're going to come here to all fours. And then the bolster is actually tucked in between the knees. I want you to walk yourself forwards in all fours, okay? Walk yourself forwards. Then bring the knees to touch at the front of the bolster. Bring your knees to touch. Naturally, the lower legs will fold out. Broaden the shoulders, inhale. Exhale, simply sit yourself back onto your bolster. Again, if you feel that you need some height, please bring in blocks. You might need to bring in a couple of blocks. But the knees are touching, and the lower legs are splaying out. Okay, so another option, you can bring in blocks if you need. Head, heart, pelvis in alignment. Flipping the palms. Good. One more round of breath. And then take your time. Easing out. Easing out. Good. And then maybe just having a little bit of a sway of the legs, a shake of the neck. And then sit yourself back to bring the legs out in front of you. From here, just to finish, okay, I know this is a very basic bolster class. Please, I'm going to bring in some more sequences where you can use your bolster, okay, this coming week. So watch the YouTube channel for that. We're going to bring a block to the front or the back of the mat, okay, for the head to rest on. And we're going to bring the bolster widthways on the mat, around 30 centimetres from the top block. Please have another block nearby because you might need it. From here, okay, the intention in a moment is to rest my rib cage onto the bolster. Feet are going to be hip distance apart, okay? You could place the hands down to anchor yourself lower towards the bolster, towards the ground. But I'm just going to look forwards, hands on shins. I'm going to inhale. As I exhale, I'm going to simply roll back. I'm simply going to roll back. Oh, there we go. Okay, the rib cage is resting, my arms are free. Arms are free, and I'm going to rest my head on the block. That feels so good. I can rest my arms out like a letter T. The arms are free. The arms are totally free. It's just a rib cage here resting on the bolster. Lovely heart opener. Okay, if you need to also build a little bit of a higher wall for the head to rest on, of course you could bring another block. Okay, you could bring in another block. That might feel better for some of you. Chin dropping towards chest. And again, you can stay here for as long as you like. But sadly, we do have to bring this this short bolster, basic bolster class to an end. Complete this round of breath, wherever you are. And then being really mindful with where you are. We're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you are going to roll off to one side, gently rolling off to one side, and then just easing the bolster, okay, the blocks over. Stay here to your side for a few breaths, okay, and then using your hands, pushing yourself up, and then we're going to close in a seated position. Whether you've got the legs crossed, kneeling, or taking the legs out in front, palms together, Anjali Mudra. Inhale. As you exhale, just a forward bow to say namaste. Thank you very much for sharing this short practice with me. Okay, I hope it helps. Thank you. Goodbye.